Hello, Miss Nara. There's a woman here to see you. Okay, give me 3 minutes, then you can send her in.
Okay, ma'am. Madam, you can go in now.
The Lord lifted me from this guilt and shame.
Good morning, madam. It is nice to have this beautiful lady grace my office this morning. Please to have a seat.
Thank you.
You look tired. Do you mind a glass of water?
That would be great.
Please help yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm Councillor Wendy. What do you want me to call you?
I'm Mrs. Steger. A friend of mine told me about you some time ago. And last week I saw you on TV and I decided to pay you a visit.
Great. Mrs. Steger. That sounds like a name from Delta State.
Yes, Robo precisely.
Oh, Robo. Oh, Robo Wado.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome and you're in the right place.
Thank
so,
you.
what can this counselor do for you today?
My teenage daughter Charity ran away from home. She left home for 2 weeks now and no one seems to know her whereabouts. I've checked with her friends, neighbors, even her school. I don't know what else to do, so I said to seek your counsel.
Can I see Charity's picture? Such a nice looking young lady. How about her father?
She doesn't have a father.
Really?
Anna, anyone that has a wicked, useless nonentity man as a father doesn't have a father. Charity's father is such a wicked man, a wife beater, an addict, a no good. He was the greatest mistake of my life.
Charity, your daughter. Can you tell me more about her?
Charity is 16 years old. She's in SS2. She attends a public school nearby. She's stubborn and as wicked as her father. Do you know sometimes I have to pay Charity to help me look over my petty business while I take care of some other things outside? She insults me at will.
Please, let it all out. Mrs. Taylor, you need to let all out. I need you to help me understand why a promising child like Charity will run away from home. Is she already sexually active?
I want to know now. The floor and the worker.
I'm really sorry about this. I understand how you feel. I'm a mother too, you know. But if you don't make me understand the real situation, I might not know exactly how to come in. Please permit me to ask this. Do you discipline your daughter when she misbehaves?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so how do you go about the discipline?
I try as much as possible to correct her. I beat her with a whip, with a cane. Sometimes I go as far as grinding pepper, which I rub on her face and her anus. I do not spare the rod to spoil the child.
Obviously, you are a Christian and you know your Bible very well. So please, permit me to ask this. Is your mother around, and what's your relationship with her like?
What has my mother got to do with this? What has my mother got to do with my daughter that is missing? And so why are you asking me about all the terrible people in my life? You see, I don't have a good relationship with my mother. Permit me to say this, counselor. That woman is a she-devil.
You know, as it seems, you are the only one who can help me understand how you actually feel.
She beats me. She beats me with wood. Very big wood like the pestle. She used the back of a cutlass on me a couple of times. You know what hurts me the most? When her husband, my stepfather, raped me. I reported the incidents to her. Not one, not two, several occasions. You know what she did? She called me a witch. She accused me of wanting to snatch her husband. Who does that? Who? What kind of a mother does that? What kind of a mother does that to a hurting, raped child? It continued. And I left home. I ran away from home. I left and never went back.
I can't say that I understand exactly how you feel. But for sure, all this would have been very difficult for you. This is really tough, and I'm so sorry about it. If I understand you right, you had a bitter childhood with a mother and a stepfather that abused you and lowered your self-esteem consistently as a child. And due to that, you allowed yourself enter into an abusive relationship with a man you feel is no good. And now, you have a daughter that disrespects you and you feel is really stubborn. With the pain of all this and the frustration, you lash out on Charity, your daughter, at any slightest provocation. And being the human being that she is, she has a limit and she could not stand it anymore. So she had to leave, just like you left home back then. Am I right?
Yes. What a wonderful way to rephrase my story. Could it be history repeating itself?
But it shouldn't if you don't want it to. Mrs. Taylor, you have so much pain inside of you and unforgiveness. What did your Bible say about unforgiveness?
It said we shouldn't allow the sun set on our anger, and we should forgive frequently.
70 times 7. But why don't you practice that?
It's difficult. Sometimes the holes are so deep that
Please. But look at this container. It contains clean fresh water. As long as this water remains clean, it will cause no harm to this container. But some time ago, I put some quantity of chemical into this container. And after a while, I noticed that the content began to reduce. I noticed that there were holes in this container. And I realized that the chemical I put inside was slightly acidic. And it was gradually eating up the container. That is what bottling up acidic emotion does to us. Emotions like pain, bitterness, unforgiveness, grudge. They eat us up without our permission. We don't need to bottle them in. We don't need to keep them inside of us. They cause more harm to us than good. They even hurt us more than others. We need to forgive. For our sake. For the sake of our mind and our mental health. Look at what this acidic emotion have cost your relationship with your daughter and every valuable relationship you have ever had. You need to let it go. You need to forgive your mother, your father, your stepfather, your daughter, and any other person that you have held inside your heart. It's not helping you. Because if you don't, and peradventure will find your daughter, you will lash out again at her. And maybe this time, she will go and never return. Please, help me to help you. Please, can you?
I don't know. I don't know if that's ever possible. Well, I'll try. But how can I find my daughter?
I have a DPO friend. Hello, DPO.
Hello, my counselor, ma. The police is your friend.
Always. You can talk to the counselor.
Anytime. This one that you are calling me now, I suspect that there's something that needs my attention, right?
Yes, sir. I have a client with me, Mrs. Tega. Her situation needs your urgent attention. Please, when can she come over to see you?
I'm currently out of town, but will 12 p.m. day after tomorrow be okay with you?
Thank you, DPO. I appreciate your willingness to assist us all the time.
The police is your friend.
Always, DPO. Always. Thank you. Okay, so you would see my DPO friend a day after tomorrow. This is his number. Please call him before you go. The day after tomorrow. So, I would want you to drop the numbers of your close relations, especially the ones living around, and Charity's close friends. I believe she must be somewhere. Maybe can give us a lead. Then I would want you to also, please listen to this. Think about forgiving and dropping all the pains. Like I said, it costs you so much. It costs us so much. I'll give you some time to think about it. Probably I'll give you about a week. Maybe you make up your mind. And if it is positive, I can go with you to see any of them if you feel it's necessary. And before you leave, just drop the numbers with my secretary. I don't know if there's any other thing you want to talk about.
That'll be all for now, Counselor. Thank you. I'm glad I came.
You are always welcome. You take care of yourself.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Unnecessary fear and the pain. And now I stand up on the highest rock that never drops, keeps me up the assurance of my being my very nose. Place my feet on green land, I'll forever stand convinced that your love surrounds me, and I'll never tend towards the path of lust, like I'm still lost, itching for some crumbs, forgetting that like a bakery my father has possessions that him and I run. In Mount Zion, this limelight protects. He's gentle, called to peace like a river, still waters. He leads me on. Now I stand, cause I'm identified as a son.
In my hope of glory.
Yeah, keep me far away from all folly.
Masterpiece,
Complete.
faultless and blameless, perfectly made for all good days.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of my tomorrow. I will just have to be whole.
All my life perfectly founded by the master, like glimmers of the night star.
True sir, good life, good vibe, all given to me, so I stand.
Steadfast and movable because I am the champ. True.
Perfect in Jesus, got to end like a loop, round and around and around. Jesus, me and you.
Far into the ends of the earth, bringing many you.
Not afraid, cause I know you always for me and bring me through.
Past forever gone, look at me now, I'm brand new.
Yeah, I'm brand new.